Hello again, my brothers and sisters on Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Hain and I believe in dragons. And I would like to tell you, actually, read something about my dragon book, Book of Shadows, Dragon Shadows. I made this a year ago, and I would like to tell you something about this from inside of my shadow book. So let's see. Yes, personal experience. I will translate this. Of course, it's in Dutch. I had this problem and I thought that the dragon would leave me and it would psychological break me if the dragon would leave me. And therefore I had my first ritual for the dragon. It was out of doubt that the dragon would leave me, and I had a lot of fear for that. It's So I made a sacrifice of myself. So I just let my mind work, and I uh, I took some red candles from Passion and Desire, and an image of the dragon, uh, a black cloth, a tablecloth, green branches, white candles, and a rock and a knife. I used this as my first out of doubt made ritual. Not of readings or out of books. I made a book myself about this, but pure out of my heart, out of a fear that the dragon would once leave me behind. While I looked down at the dragon's image, I gave my body, energy, and soul to the dragon. My connection and yeah, my connection and um, my oneness, I shall say, must be showed out of so that my fear was should stop. My insight had to be forever, eternal. My yeah, and so I sought to the words that out of the bottom of my heart, followed by the blood commitment. Uh, so what actually I wanted to say with this is that, of course, I had my start also, and I had a lot of questions and fears, and this was one of my fear, that the dragon would leave me one day, and I would be broken if that would happen, if I cannot feel my dragon anymore. Now I felt the dragon, and I cannot live without the dragon. That is what I said in this book. I wrote it down that I made my first ritual in order so that the dragon, I would show the dragon my trust and my love. So I gave a lot of a tiny drop of blood for the dragon, and that is yeah, that is just to ease my mind a bit. That is my first ritual was made to ease my own mind, so that hopefully the dragon would listen to this. Of course, I didn't know very much then, and I didn't know that the dragon is so connected to you that the dragon will never go away. But unless you want them to go away, of course. But I didn't had that knowledge. It was something that I wrote down maybe 10 years ago, and everything is changed right now because my mind now, my knowledge, my everything that I've been through with the dragon had let me know that the dragon will not leave me, but that was a very intense ritual I had. If I look back at it, it was one of the most intense rituals that I ever had. Dragons everywhere. The gate was so open then, and my dragon, I could feel it very well, was pleased to see this, to see so much devotion. So if you are afraid that your dragon is leaving you, don't be afraid. You are connected to them and they are to you. So if you can't feel them, like I said before, that is because nature closes your gate a bit, but it will never be closed entirely. And if you want to do something for the dragon to show your trust, then maybe you should do the same. Let your mind guide you to what you have to do. And so I made up a ritual. I didn't do any ritual or didn't read anything what I had to do. I just did it. And that was an amazing night. I will never forget it. That is why I wrote it down. So, connection of the dragon will never be broken unless you want that. But none of us want that. I know that for sure. So yeah, my dragons, brothers and sisters, be blessed.